Hello, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the week of June 5th to the 11th, 2023. First, you have regeneration coming out. Something coming to an end is going to make the grounds fertile for new beginnings to come through. We have the Ancient Ones in reversed, and this is what it looks like upright. And we have the Hero, the 12 of Fire, in reverse. This is what it looks like upright, but it's in reverse. Now, these cards are actually saying the exact same thing. The Hero, the Ancient Ones, they are both saying to forgive yourself. Now, Pisces, I don't know what you did or are doing or have done in the past, but these cards are saying that everyone on this planet has done something in their past that was less than honorable, that was based off of prejudice, that was based off of, I don't know, we've all have a past. We all did something that we did not like in the past. And it is your job right now to forgive yourself and your ancestors, okay, with the Ancient Ones. But mostly yourself, okay, with the number one. There's, for some reason, and I don't know what it is, you're going to have to ask yourself. If you feel comfortable, comment it down below. But there is something in your past that you are hanging on to and almost torturing yourself with, and you're being asked to forgive yourself for how you have acted in the past. For example, maybe it was just that you didn't take action on a dream as soon as you wanted to, and you really hold on to that and say to yourself, like, I wish I would have done this earlier, now it's too late. It is not too late, okay? Stop having those limiting beliefs and forgive yourself. In the past, you were doing the best that you could with the tools, resources, and wisdom that you had. Keep that in mind. And the same thing can be said about your ancestors. They were doing the best that they could to survive with the tools, wisdom, and resources that they had at the time. So it's time to forgive, because when you forgive, it doesn't mean that something that you did is suddenly right, or something that an ancestor did is suddenly right. It just means that you're no longer being held captive to the anger, the resentment, and the pain that comes along with that wrongdoing anymore. You're freeing yourself from that. And all you need to do to forgive is be empathetic with both yourself and whoever it is that you're forgiving. Try to see things from their perspective at the time they did something wrong, and understand why they did that. It could just be that they did not have enough knowledge or skills, or they were struggling, whatever. Like, try to empathize and forgive yourself as well as others this week. Although, to be honest with you, these cards are kind of focusing on self-forgiveness and no longer letting your old stories, your old wounds play into who you are today. We're seeing here letting the past go. And forgiveness is the healing balm that you need to write new stories for yourself. I think you might have been taking some honorable, heroic actions based off of guilt as opposed to genuine love. I hate to say that, but it's like, for example, oh God, I know someone who used to be an abuser. They abused their girlfriends, just awful towards women, would use sexist remarks in the past. This was way before I knew them. And now they get themselves involved in charities and protests, like literally every single week, always advocating for women via words. But to be honest, energetically, I read them as doing those things out of a subdued guilt, not genuinely actually doing it out of love, but they're doing it out of guilt. And some people can argue that it doesn't matter why someone takes heroic actions and does good in the world. However, I argue that it is important to examine that, okay? So just make sure, like, if you're doing anything particularly good, if you're being particularly giving and charitable, where is that coming from? Is it coming from a place of love and generosity, or is it coming out of this sense of obligation because of your past? You have to right your wrongs here. I would look into that. Anyways, we're gonna get 9 cards, 3 rows, 3. Hopefully this will clear some things up. I'm honestly a little confused. Maybe you're not confused because you're a Pisces. I don't have that many Pisces placements, but maybe that's why I'm confused. I don't know what this is talking about. So leave a comment down below if you know what this is talking about. I would love to know. Otherwise, we're going to get some more cards just to clarify things and see what else is going on for you this week. But that seems to be your main spiritual theme, forgiving and moving on. First card out for you is the Mirror. Oh my gosh, this is correlating with everything we just said. The song I'm starting with the man in the mirror by Michael Jackson is coming through. Go ahead and listen to the lyrics of that song. There might be some messages in that for you. It might speak to you in a certain way. The Mirror literally is a card that talks about looking at yourself in the mirror. And first off, seeing how wonderful you are, seeing how beautiful you are, seeing what you have to offer the world, and also seeing different actions that you take. Are they actually good actions? I think that if you're actively doing something wrong, it may be worth examining this week, looking in the mirror and understanding why you're doing that thing. So for example, random example, if you're like participating in an affair, all right, this is the week to start looking at yourself in the mirror and understanding where that's coming from. Why are you doing that? Understand the pain that you are inflicting in the different people involved, including yourself. And also forgive yourself for taking these actions in life and look yourself in the mirror and understand that you are better than that. And, you know, this can apply to so many different areas of life. So I'm going to let you do it. This is a process that you need to do. Okay. You need to look in the mirror and understand how beautiful you are, how worthy you are, and how you don't need to be stooping low in life. And, you know, you could be a really nice person, by the way. When I say stooping low, like, I'll give you a personal example to show that I'm not judging you. Like, I used to date people who sucked, okay? Who sucked. And it's because I wasn't looking at myself in the mirror enough and seeing what I had to offer in relationships and how I was doing so much more for those people. And, you know, for a long time, I, like, was really beating myself up over that. Like, why did I date those people in the past? Like, why did I even do that? And it's like, I needed to forgive myself for causing damage to myself, to my own self-esteem, and causing all these traumas for myself. So I'm not sitting here and trying to blame you of being this evil person who's hurting everyone. The person you're hurting could even be yourself. For many of you, I feel like it is yourself. You're hurting yourself and therefore your closest loved ones because they don't like to see you hurt. You might have done that in the past in some way, shape, or form, and it's like just time for you to forgive yourself, understand that you were doing the best with what you had, and you no longer have to live that reality anymore, or hold on to that guilt, that shame, that resentment. Second card out is the Queen of Bows in reversed. I feel you taking back your power. I'm also seeing here, there's something about needing to be more organized this week. I know, this is really random. Sometimes things just come through like this. Being more organized and making sure you stay on track with your to-do list, with your goals, okay? And also I'm seeing here with the Queen of Wands reversed, it's important for you to empathize this week. I have a situation in mind where it's like, you know what you want out of a relationship, out of your career, out of a certain goal, but it's important for you to understand how other people play into this. So for example, if your goal is to move, you know, how does that affect everyone around you currently? I think the Queen of Bows in reversed is asking you to think about everyone who is closest to you and how your actions will affect them as well. Just think more in a team mindset as opposed to like just operating out of random bursts of energies and ideas. Like think more, how does this action, this word, this goal affect the people in my life? How do they play into this? How can they play into this? This could also be like taking on better leadership here and understanding people's different values. And it's like, well, you're really good at this skill, so, you know, why don't you take on more responsibility, more autonomy here? You know, I don't know, I'm getting like good leadership. I feel like you could utilize people in your life more. And I don't mean like use people. I mean like, for example, if you're a manager, there may be different people as a part of your team with different skill sets that you really could use to make the work environment better or to make your goals come to you faster or increase your productivity. Like use everybody based off of their individual skill sets, who they are, respect them for that, and I feel like you'll find a lot more productivity from that. Okay. Also, I don't know why I'm seeing here, like look yourself in the mirror and see your own skills and capitalize off of those as well. You have lots of skills, lots of experience, and you should be really capitalizing off of that. instead of beating yourself up, I swear to God. We have the Seven of Stones, healing. I'm seeing you letting go of the past, moving on, healing, restoring your energies, restoring yourself. I definitely recommend a spa night or day sometime this week, even yoga, some stretching, very healing, restorative things. I'm seeing this will be really good for you this week. I'm seeing a practice, almost like a cord cutting ceremony, energy cleansing, just like, I don't know, the energy I'm feeling is like coming down and it's like cleansing away all the past shame, guilt, resentment, all of the drama you've been in the past. It's just all coming down. You're cleansing it away and you're restoring back to your truest self. It's like you're getting rid of all the drama from the past this week, energetically. Okay, some of you guys might be getting a haircut. Have you ever noticed that people after breakups get haircuts? I feel like that's because it's a form of energy cleansing. It's like you're getting rid of the hair that withstood all that drama, and it's just like you're freeing yourself from it. So I don't know, I'm seeing that type of energy for you this week. Second row out, fourth card is the Stag in reversed. Injustice keeps coming through in your reading. Not treating a situation fairly. I wonder, I don't know where this is in your life, guys. I'm being honest. You have to understand where this is in your life. Where have you treated yourself or others unfairly? For some of you, it could be that you tolerated injustices. You didn't speak up for yourself. You didn't defend yourself or others when you should have. And I'm seeing a strong amount of anger that is teaming up with that, or guilt, resentment. It's like, I should have said that, or I should have done this. And it's like, you did the best you could. You have to forgive yourself, you know? Have you ever been in a conversation and later on you're thinking about the conversation and you're like, oh my gosh, I should have said this and I didn't. I'm seeing that type of energy for you this week at some point, where it's like I had the opportunity to like call out an injustice or defend myself and I missed it. So forgive yourself. Center of your spread this week is the King of Bows adder. And we have the little snakes here, and it's right underneath the Queen of Bows in reversed. This is definitely a week where you want to be operating off of your more masculine energies, okay? Being organized, staying calm, being reasonable with yourself. Be more reasonable with yourself. I feel like you put unreasonable demands and expectations onto yourself, and it kind of like, or honestly, if you're like a parent or in a leadership position, just make sure you're not putting unreasonable demands on the people around you as well, is what I want to say. King of Bows being the center of your spread, though, I do wonder if you or someone in your life, they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is coming through. There's a relationship here that's standing out with the King and Queen of Bows, and having the Queen of Bows in reversed. I do wonder if this is a relationship that's in separation, or this is a relationship where there's some type of argument going on right now, or some type of problem going on right now. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be anything. And whoever the divine feminine person is in this connection, I feel like they're still hanging on. And I feel like for many of you, this is you, but it doesn't have to be. I see like hanging on to past resentment or something, or like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be on fair grounds right now. Or like, just make sure you're being reasonable in this connection and you're not going to demand ridiculous things out of this person, or vice versa. Like if they're demanding ridiculous things out of you, like, stand up for yourself, of course. But there's something here being illuminated about a relationship. Sixth card out for you, we have the Ten of Bows in reversed, responsibility. And here we go. This is that energy of unreasonable demands and expectations that I really, really strongly feel like you're putting on yourself. Like you're taking on too much responsibility, trying to care for everyone because you weirdly internalize some level of guilt or shame for some reason. And now you're trying to do and be everything for everyone around you. And you know, this is a really complex situation. I feel like it was like one thing after another, like something happened that made you feel guilty or shameful or whatever. Now you're taking on too much responsibility. Someone may be taking advantage of it and you're kind of saying, oh, I should have spoke up for myself. And now you're taking on more guilt, more shame because you didn't speak up for yourself. It's a really complex situation I'm seeing here. And it's like the root of the situation is just forgiving yourself, forgiving everyone involved, like completely letting go of any. You guys should get a heart chakra cleansing or healing is what I really feel. Go on YouTube after this reading and look up like heart chakra frequency or meditation. Put on some headphones, lay down with your eyes closed, listen to the music, and just visualize all of the heart space junk being cleansed out and away from you. Shame, guilt, resentment, fears. Or do like a guided meditation involving your heart space, or like healing a relationship or something. I don't know. I'm seeing energy work will be so powerful for you this week. So definitely go on YouTube or go to an actual practitioner and get some energy clearing, Reiki sessions, meditations, specifically envisioning you cleansing your energy, cleansing your heart space. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here, because you're taking on way too much responsibility because you feel guilty for some reason. Okay, third row out for you is the seventh card. Third row out is the Queen of Stones in reversed, Bear. Okay, we have two queens in your reading, and both of them are in reverse. And I'm kind of seeing a wounded divine feminine energy here, where you almost feel guilty. Like you're not. Some of you guys, if you're a parent, it's like you feel guilty for some reason. No particular reason. I really don't understand why. Maybe it's just society's pressures and expectations in general, or you're putting too much pressure and expectation on yourself to be a good mom, to be a good parent. And it's like, you need to drop it. You need to drop all of that and stop trying to do so much, burn yourself out to be this hero. Like, you need to take better care of yourself. That's what your kids need. That's what your loved ones need. For you to take good care of yourself, to get adequate rest, time alone, all that good stuff. They don't need you to be and do everything for them. Honestly, you're your best self for other people when you're taken care of, and you give them the space to take care of themselves sometimes. So Queen of Stones reversed is saying like, take a nap, y'all. Take a nap this week. Okay. Also, I do wonder if there's something here about an older feminine figure in your life, whether they're a mother, an aunt, or even like a boss, and you're having some type of trouble with them, or some type of argument or guilt associated from them. Maybe they like really bullied you or put you down a lot, and now you have this weird internalized shame for no reason. You need to do a deep dive into that. Weird reading. Eighth card out is the Woodward, Strength. Oh my God, this would be a great week for therapy. This would be a great week for healing, meditation, like really diving deep into your own inner psyche and understanding why you're taking on too much responsibility, why you feel like you have to be everything for everyone. And also, this would be a good week for having deep heart-to-heart conversations, especially since this came out underneath that Queen of Bows and the King of Bows. With the Queen in reversed here, it's like healing conversation. Some of you guys might be starting couples counseling or feel guided to do that, I just saw. Or your own personal counseling, or I'm seeing here just like, doing some type of inner healing work this week. It just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up. Like, doing inner healing work to be a better participant in the team, whatever the team is for you, your job, team, your family, your relationship, showing up better in your different social environments by doing inner healing work. That's like the theme of the week for you. Your final card out is the Blasted Oak, the Tower. Oh my gosh. Ending the week off on a strong note. Something's giving. Like, this has got to give. You are going to burn yourself out if you do not do this inner healing work, because you're just taking on way too much responsibility, distracting your mind. It's time. And you know, if you keep ignoring and delaying issues that you're seeing in your reality or in your relationships, there's going to come a moment where the universe is going to break things down for you so that you're forced to deal with things, and you don't want to let it come to that point. So for example, if intuitively you know that you're taking on way too much work, like physical work, and you're refusing to take time off, and you're like, it's fine, and your intuition, the universe keeps telling you you have to take time off, if you keep ignoring that, like, the universe is just going to get louder, and you don't want the universe to get louder, because that would be like them getting you violently sick so that you're forced to take time off. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have the universe scream at you something. You want to catch the universe when they're whispering at you. So follow your intuition, because something has to break down here. Something is not working out in your reality. And with the regeneration card, like, it's coming to an end, but there's a beautiful new beginning coming from that ending. So I'm going to be honest with you, this reading was really confusing to me because I don't know you guys. Like, I don't know who's watching this. So I would really love it if you felt comfortable commenting down below anything that resonated about this reading, because I'm just really curious. Like, okay, thank you for joining me. Like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. And go ahead and subscribe to my main channel that I do pick card readings from at LAURDOWNS. All right, bye-bye.